by any chance, do you have a Tylenol?
I'm not going to give a spoiler warning today. You guys should know I'm going to talk about anything I want in the Ahsoka series. Oh, wait. I just gave you a spoiler warning. All right, scratch all that. There are a plethora of theories of who Marrok actually is, ranging from Ezra Bridger to Barriss Offee. You know, the kind and loving Padawan who was in tenure the same time that Ahsoka Tano was in her Padawan stage and framed Ahsoka for the murders in the Republic. Therefore, ending Ahsoka's career as a Jedi and putting doubt in her mind that the Jedi are actually doing the right thing, making her go off on her own. Well, in the Ahsoka series, there is this character, Marrok, who is an inquisitor left over from the Imperial days. How? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. But the theories are swirling, and the biggest and most popular theory is that he is actually Ezra Bridger. While I don't think that's the case, nor do I think it's Barriss Offee, I will give my theory on who Marrok may actually be. But before I do, also remember that this is just a theory. I'm not holding it as speculation or intuition, and I don't have any insiders at Lucasfilm, nor do I want any at the moment. It's just fun to theorize and then see how it turns out. Either way, I'm fine with it. But before I go on, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, me.
This Star Wars channel is fun. More fun than listening to K-pop for a week straight. Yes, it's even more fun than slapping yourself in the face with a tennis racket. And it's even more fun than stepping in poop barefooted. Human poop. Stepping on Legos? Not even close. By subscribing, you're telling me that you love Star Wars and hate having your hair cut by a podiatrist. Don't be afraid. Subscribe now and have all your Star Wars needs met in one convenient place. Good job. Now go forth and bask in euphoria.
Well, I hope that tickled your fancy. YouTube's algorithm doesn't like it when I don't ask people to subscribe, so there it is. Just tried to be funny with it. Okay, let's get back to it. Who is Marrok? The mysterious inquisitor approaching Ahsoka Tano and having such forcibility to whip his lightsaber back to him as he exits the scene. Good stuff. Love some good lightsaber battle. Now, I know a lot of people are hoping that this is actually Barriss Offee behind the mask. Well, the biggest reason I say no to that theory is because Baylan Skoll even says he will do blah, 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 blah. He, not she. Barriss Offee is a female. Sorry, I know we mix these genders up a lot lately, but not in this one. Now, does that mean Barriss Offee won't show up in the Ahsoka series? We'll see. I mean, it's only 8 episodes, and I think there's a lot to tie in if we're going to put Barriss Offee in the middle of this whole Thrawn/Ezra search party. Now, do I think it's Ezra Bridger that's behind the mask? No, I do not. I don't think it's him. Dave Filoni is a master with his characters, and he understands how to progress them further. To have Ezra Bridger become a Darksider is kind of reverting back to what Ezra Bridger was becoming in Season 2 of Rebels, that he came through. He started tapping into the dark side a little bit and got some anger issues, and then stopped. He was put in his place and decided that was not the path for him because he saw how Maul was. So he's not going to go back and become a Darksider after that. Now, the third character that they're saying this Marrok could be in the Ahsoka Tano series is none other than Starkiller himself. If I had to pick one of the 3 theories, I would say, yeah, that's likely that it could be Starkiller. I mean, look at the armor. It looks like the Sith Stalker armor that Starkiller wore in the Force Unleashed video games. But it isn't him. And a lot of people are pointing to Sam Witwer's name being in the credits for the 2nd episode of Ahsoka, the one that Marrok appears in. Now, if you know anything about Sam Witwer, you know that he did the voice of Darth Maul, and he also was the character of Starkiller. Yes, Starkiller. So his name popping up in this is kind of a hint that he could be Starkiller. But wait, look closer. It says additional voices. Marrok doesn't have any speaking lines in episode 2 of the Ahsoka series. But does that mean it is not Sam Witwer under the mask? No, not at all. It very well could be. But I don't think it's going to be Starkiller. Sorry to burst anybody's bubble. I know a lot of people want Starkiller brought back into canon, but doesn't look like it's going to happen this time. But there is good news for all of you Starkiller fans, which I am a fan of, that it very well could be Sam Witwer in that armor. And it's possibly a new character based off of Starkiller. And that's my theory on it. I think that this is a totally new character, but it is based off of Starkiller. Not everyone in the Star Wars universe, whether mysterious or known, has to be someone that we've seen before. Doesn't have to be that way. And I know a lot of people want Starkiller to be brought back, and that may happen eventually. I'm not saying no to it completely, but I don't think it's going to happen in this series. Now, I will admit that I could be way off base, and it could be one of those three characters. Now, another reason I don't think it's going to be Barriss Offee is, one, like I said before, Baylan Skoll said he. And for two, it's a male's physique inside the armor. You can tell. A slender male, but a male. And I'm okay with whatever they come up with. This is just a theory. It's not a speculation. It's not an expectation. I don't let that get the better of me. I'm just enjoying the Ahsoka series for what it is, just entertainment. Now, for the second part of my video, I want to issue a formal apology. I am sorry for calling the haters self-appointed man babies. Yeah, I don't apologize much, but maybe that was a little over the top. And I'm going to try to do better with that. So, I'm sorry. My sincerest apologies to those who know more about Star Wars than anybody else, yet don't work at Lucasfilm. Oof, maybe that was a little bit worse. Yeah, whatever. I'm going to keep it there. Okay, let's move on to something else, shall we? Something a little more positive. Something that I think could be a possibility. While in the Book of Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker seemed to not really fit in. Seemed like he was just thrown in there for fan service. While in The Mandalorian Season 2, it made absolute sense that Luke Skywalker would show up at the end to grab Grogu, whatever his name is, Grogu, and take him off to be trained as a Jedi, a toddler taken from his home to be trained as a Jedi, just in old Jedi fashion. Luke, what are you thinking? Anyways, it made sense. Now, what also makes sense is that if Luke Skywalker shows up in the Ahsoka series, to me, that makes absolute sense. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Luke Skywalker. I tend to go with the more baddies than the goody-goodies. I do think it is a possibility to have Luke Skywalker in there, and it makes absolute sense because Luke is one of the main remaining Jedi at this time, even though Yoda said that Luke was the last of the Jedi after he dies. So, yeah. Where does that leave us? Anyways, there's like 100 living Jedi. Maybe Yoda just didn't know about him. He knew about Luke. So I don't think Yoda will pop up in the Ahsoka series. Sorry. I like Yoda. I think he's a wise old dude. It's pretty cool. But I don't think he's going to be there because he doesn't know about Ahsoka and he's dead. So there's that. But I do think there's a possibility of a couple other cameos showing up. One being Bo-Katan Kryze. She's been the spotlight of Mandalorian Season 3, much to a lot of Star Wars fans' dismay. They didn't like it, but it's whatever. Season 4 of The Mandalorian is probably going to focus more on Mando and Grogu, so be happy for that. And another cameo I think is a huge possibility, and likely, is Anakin Skywalker, in Force Ghost form, of course, or a flashback. It's the only two ways they can make it work. I don't see anything else happening because Anakin's dead at this time. But whatever happens in the Ahsoka Tano series, I'm here for it. I'm here for the ride. Let's see what happens. I'm not letting these theories become expectations because expectations can be subverted and your experience can be ruined. And I encourage all of you to go into it like that and wait until the end of the series before we judge it. Now, to say Sabine's character was not very good development and it didn't help further her story by having her get stabbed in the side of the stomach, then what? Her character was supposed to fully develop in one episode? There's still 6 episodes left. Let's see where it goes. Then at the end, if you're not satisfied, say it by all means, say it was trash. But I have total faith in Dave Filoni and his characters that he has developed over years, even under George Lucas. So I'm just waiting to see how it ends. But here we go. leave a comment down below and let's see what you guys think about the series so far. Also, before I go, another really quick word from our sponsor, me.
Subscribe now and know that I will do everything I can to help you get through the trauma of stepping barefoot in human poop. I can't guarantee that I can stop it from happening, but know that I am here for you if you do. I also talk about Star Wars, constantly. Subscribe and like, and let's get this channel over 50,000 subscribers to show the haters they are alone.
This is Gerald, a Star Wars fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching, and remember, this is the way. And positivity in the Star Wars community can be the only way.